Greetings, good friends. Gather round. Today, we embark on a thought-provoking exploration into the intricate world of machine learning and neuroscience. We're delving into the insights from the research paper titled "Learned Feature Representations Are Biased by Complexity, Learning Order, Position, and More," brought to us by the brilliant minds at Google DeepMind. At the heart of this study lies the fascinating concept of representation learning, how machines and brains alike interpret and present information. The researchers set out to uncover whether these representations are truly objective or subtly skewed by various factors. Imagine teaching a machine to recognize patterns. Does it treat all patterns equally? Or does it favor some over others based on the order in which they're learned? To investigate this, the team created specialized datasets where different features of the input data were manipulated. They trained various deep learning architectures, including MLPs, ResNets, and transformers, to compute multiple abstract features from their inputs. The goal was to see if the machine's internal representations were influenced by factors beyond the pure computational role of each feature. One of the standout findings was that simpler features, those easier to compute or learn earlier, tend to dominate the machine's representations. For instance, in experiments with binary features, an easy linear feature was represented more strongly and densely than a more complex feature, even when both were learned with high accuracy. This suggests that the machine naturally leans towards simplicity, potentially overlooking more complex but equally important aspects of the data. But complexity wasn't the only player in this narrative. The order in which features were introduced also played a significant role. Features learned first often gained a foothold in the representation space, making it harder for subsequently introduced, more complex features to achieve the same level of prominence. Even when researchers pre-trained the machine on harder features first, the simpler features still tended to dominate, although the gap was somewhat reduced. Prevalence of features within the dataset further compounded these biases. Features that appeared more frequently in the input data were more likely to be strongly represented, regardless of their inherent complexity. This means that in real-world applications, where certain patterns or features are more common, machines might prioritize these over rarer, potentially more informative ones. The study also examined how different architectures and training regimes influence these biases. Deeper MLPs, for example, showed larger gaps in representation between easy and hard features compared to their wider counterparts. Optimizers and dropout techniques introduce their own layers of complexity, sometimes exacerbating or mitigating these biases in unexpected ways. Expanding beyond simple binary features, the researchers explored transformers on sequence tasks and computer vision models like CNNs and ResNets. They found that structural properties in language-like data and architectural choices in vision models further influenced which features were prominently represented. Non-residual CNNs showed a strong bias towards color, while ResNets leaned more towards shape, highlighting how the design of a model can steer its focus in subtle yet significant ways. So, why does this matter? These representational biases have profound implications for interpretability and the broader goal of aligning machine learning models with cognitive processes. If a model's internal representations are skewed by factors like complexity or feature prevalence, it becomes challenging to discern whether observed behaviors truly reflect the underlying computations or are merely artifacts of these biases. Moreover, when comparing machine representations to those in biological brains, these biases complicate our understanding. Disentangling the extraneous biases from the computationally vital aspects is essential for making meaningful comparisons and advancements in both fields. In conclusion, the research from Google DeepMind sheds light on the often overlooked biases in learned feature representations. By systematically analyzing how complexity, learning order, and feature prevalence influence these representations, the study underscores the importance of designing models that account for these factors. As we continue to refine our machine learning systems, recognizing and mitigating these biases will be crucial for developing more robust, interpretable, and cognitively aligned technologies. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. Until next time, keep pondering the profound connections between machine intelligence and the intricacies of the human mind.